Ow, my head hurts. I can't think.
I can't move. Coming through. I can't move. Can't move.
In the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black. In the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black. Imagine that, a future that's super black. Long as your skin brown, your superpowers intact. What would your powers be? Just hope it ain't super whack. Spatial manipulation, create a portal that's black. Maybe just super speed, time travel to run it back. Or cheat manipulation to keep my spirit intact. As I encounter evils the world face, demons the world makes, I'm needed the world at stake. Rest in peace to Chadwick, they killed all the Black Panthers. Told us white lies, I still marvel at black answers. Suits in DC, pray it lead to a civil war. It ain't no Justice League, what's the need to be civil for? Propelled like the juggernaut, it's clear ain't no stopping this. The world in grave danger, who can stop the apocalypse? They killed all the heroes, the new ones don't really care. But if you need me, put your fist up in the air. Yeah, in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black. In the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black.
Hey, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. It's another episode of Blurred's Eye View. I'm your host of the evening and of the show, captain of the ship, king of the north, the man on the wall, Chris Fury. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. I want to thank all of the people who are giving us a follow, all the news that's coming out that we're going to be sharing with you later this episode, and all the other great stuff that's coming in and coming on and piling up. But without further ado, let's get our party started. And this time we got Lainey, a Geek by Heart, starting the party off with us. What's going on, Lainey?
My fault. I'm on mute. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing?
It's been a thing of mutes lately. I don't know. Don't ask me what's going on. I have no clue.
Well, listen, I mean, at least I'm in the bedroom right now, so hopefully the Wi-Fi is not going to act up.
Yeah, no scrolls, no Transformers, no Decepticons, none of that.
Yes, that part.
Yes. What's going on, baby?
I'm chilling, man. Chilling. Last day of school for the kids, and then I get a 2-week break on Thursday, so I'm ready for it.
Oh yeah, you itching. You itching.
You already know. I'll actually be able to actually talk in the chat.
See, she's like, oh, this is gonna be so relaxing,
right?
So, we got a lot of good news coming up.
Yeah.
But I can't do it without. Let's get our man, our engineer of the ship, Black Spartan, the man with the other plan. What's going on?
I just like the mute tradition just keeps going. Whether it's Kira or Lainey, it's it never fails to not happen.
Hey, it's
whatever.
Look, I told Lady Mandalore she's off tonight. She's had to handle some business, but I caught her live show for Roomful of Blurs, and I'm like, Lainey, you're on mute. You're on mute. I'm shooting her. I'm calling her phone, and I'm like, I'm telling her, you're on mute.
Wow.
The mute tradition just keeps going.
That's okay. Well, it's gonna happen to you. We'll remember.
You
shall remember.
My time on the bus is coming, but I'm gonna wave it as it passes me by.
Your time on the bus. Oh my god! But we have a special guest.
Hey.
I want to get him in because I know he's pressed for time. But his name is Roy Mitchell Evans II. He's the owner of Urban Nerd Con.
All right.
About another black-owned con. We need these. We need a lot more of these. We need a lot more eyes on such cons. Roy, we put you front and center.
What's up, sir?
I'm front and center. Okay. No, there you go. All right. How's it going, man? How's it going?
I'm good. First, thank you guys for having me. I'm going to correct one thing. I am the CEO and the executive director, not the owner. The Urban NerdCon is a C corp
Oh,
Okay.
corporation, so
big
there's
time
equity
business.
opportunities. But yeah, no. So
There,
we're
see,
right now.
okay.
I'm the steward, the guy that's kind of, as you said, driving, steering the ship right now.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay, that's what's
That's
up.
what's up.
So tell everybody about the Urban Nerd
All right. Well, the short, as we say, elevator speech about it
Con.
is that we know that blurs have not had a lot of spaces that were conducive for us, and I think there's a big difference. I have a broadcasting business, so one of the things that I wanted us to be able, there are two things specifically that I wanted us to be able to do differently, and one of those is that we want, yes, a space where blurs are celebrated, where our
Mhm.
characters, our creators, our folks who are in the background in these industries doing all this work have an opportunity to be seen and know who they are. To put that in perspective, went to MomoCon this past year, a couple of weeks ago, and out of about 21 to 22 celebrities that they had who were the special guests, there was one young man who was of mixed heritage, who was mixed with, I believe, African American, and so that's how it normally is for us at these cons when we
Mhm.
have so many people who have been engaged in these industries for years. So we wanted to create a space that was a way that we can shine a light on them, but also that and let them know this is a black event. There's no question about it. We're not, we don't hide that fact or anything. But one of our primary slogan is our heroes, our villains, our stories, everyone's con. And that's because we want everybody money too. We've been giving folks our money for years.
That's the
And
key. That's the key.
DC Marvel has been taking black and brown money for a very long time. And so when we create what we want for our new creators and people who are doing such great work with different characters and things that we have in the black space, it is, it's we want to make sure that those folks have an opportunity to sell to other cultures and other groups of people as well.
Okay.
You know what?
So
That's a hell of a pitch.
yeah.
We come
Yeah.
for everybody's money. I
Yeah,
respect
look.
that. I
We want it
respect
all. Yeah,
wholeheartedly.
we want it all. Know that you're coming to a black event, but come with your checkbook and your credit card and all that good stuff.
That's what I'm talking about. See, we already got them in there. Very excited for the Urban Nerd Con. All right,
Yeah,
Nigeria
cool.
Garden. All right. So when did Urban Nerd Con start? Because you and I had spoken before earlier in the year, actually. Uh,
Yeah, yeah. Well, actually, the idea to physically do it was really birthed 2017.
okay.
We were going to do it 2017. It started doing a few things. We did a few small things here in the city of Atlanta, but we were just not able to get what we needed in Atlanta because Atlanta is the place that everybody wanted to come. So the venues, they can be really selective, not selective. They can set their prices, and if you don't have the money, you just ain't got the money and you out of gas. And
Right.
so
Mhm.
that's what they were doing. And so we did that. Ended up not having the event in 2018 like we initially wanted to. And then of course the pandemic hit.
Hmm.
Well, coming out of the pandemic, I have another business. My other business is working with HBCUs. We do broadcasting
Hey.
for HBCU sports. I am a proud alumnus of Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University, FAMU, the
Okay.
highest
Okay.
of
Fam,
seven
you
hills
in
in
the house.
Tallahassee,
You.
All
Florida.
right.
So yeah, we got to throw that out all the time. And so we were down in Montgomery doing a sporting event, and I got to talking to one of the gentlemen who works for the Chamber of Commerce, a brother named Aquan Robinson. And he was like, and I said, we've got multiple events for our company that we'd love to be able to do stuff. And I started mentioning to him, and I did like two sporting events. I said, well, we got a softball event, a volleyball event, and then we've got the Urban Nerd Con. And before I could get con out of my mouth, he was like, yeah, we want that. And
Mm.
so yeah, and that's literally how it happened. Last year was our first year we were in Montgomery. Um, and it went very well. There were some things that didn't happen that kind of made it a little disappointing. Um, but Montgomery's not Atlanta. It's a great city. We are working on some things where we will be returning to the city with a smaller version of it. But our primary con, we had to get back here to Atlanta. As they call Atlanta, some people call it Wakanda. Some people, it is the
Chocolate
blackest city
City,
that you gonna
Wakanda.
probably
Yeah.
get anywhere. And so but we know it, especially with the industry, the entertainment industry being so prevalent in Georgia now. we were just excited about getting back here to Atlanta.
And I think that's a viable reason because I've heard a lot of people, it's always been Dragon Con, and then now Atlanta Comic Con is coming up. Now Urban Nerd Con is another venue, and I believe it's like two more that are Black centered, and it's just glorious. Like we really need a lot more of these spaces. It was actually a conversation that someone brought up earlier on Facebook, and I said I said bring as many as you can, but understand we still got to put eyes and boots and boots to ground and everything else to show out there and show that support. So
Yeah.
it's great to have the eyes on it, great to hear about it, but when you get the boots to ground, totally different story.
My badges.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Actually, before we go, can I say something else? Because the second reason that we're actually doing, because this is like really the main thing that I wanted to do. So we have a excuse me situation that we do called con bucks. And so growing up, I was one of those kids that a lot of times I had to decide if we're going on field trips. It's like, okay, am I going to buy something while I'm on the field trip, or am I going to eat lunch? Am I going to do this, and just having to do a whole lot of saving for when the book fair came to the school. I know we growing up, a lot of us probably remember the book fair coming
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
and stuff like that. And even then, there weren't a lot of things that represented me in those spaces. So, even when I did decide to get something, it was like, oh, okay, you're Superman, you're Batman, all that kind of good thing. Well, one of the other things that we're doing with the con is that we're getting people to donate con bucks. And what that is it's basically a youth badge. Our youth weekend badges are actually $25 each. But out of every youth badge, the kids get $10 to spend at the con.
That's dope.
And so that way, because my thing is I don't want any child to leave our con and not be able to be inspired by something that they saw there and that they can take home with them so that they can physically see it and it can spark their imagination and do a lot of different things. So we're like really heavy on those. That's one of the things. We had over 800 kids last year in Montgomery that were able to benefit from the con bucks, and we're hoping to be able to get more. We really love to be able to do over 1,000 kids. Being in Atlanta Metro, that's the thing that we really enjoy for people to do. So that's a really good piece to it.
Okay.
I think that's such a dope concept.
That is.
That really is.
As a parent of a young kid, oh my God, that is.
Like you really do need something because us as adults, we always looking like, all right, we know don't get the convention food. It's ripping your mouth out. Number one. I was like you already paid a high price for the ticket. Like we can't pay for the convention food on top of that. So and then to support like local indie artists and indie comic creators and such, Artist Alley and everything else, it's a burner. It tears your pockets up. It's like every vacation. You can take that vacation, save up for it. You figure you still gotta work them 2 weeks in a hole to get that money back.
You still gonna be crying when you see how much you spent on that vacation.
Oh yeah. So
especially if you want a good souvenir.
Right. It hurts. The pizza, it's probably the pizza be movie theater price. Exactly. Just
cardboard.
But it'd be cardboard. Yeah. You know what we eating? McDonald's. Off the dollar menu. Thank you very much.
Bring out the big purse.
Right. So tell everybody where they can find you at and where they can go to the con, and I'll bring up the banner.
So all of the information is, of course, on our website, theurbannerdcon.net. You can get all the badges and everything that you need there. This is our flyer. One of the things that we're doing for folks that come from out of town, if you stay at our host hotel and book a room through our system, rooms are actually $139 per night. You will ask for each room night that you stay. So say you stay Friday and Saturday, you'll actually get a badge to the con for each of those days. Okay. If you come from out of town or if you just want to stay at the hotel, because we're going to have a whole lot of fun. Yep, it's going to be the whole family fun thing from about 10 a.m. till about 6 p.m. on Friday and Saturday. And then we send the kids home. And we gonna open back up at 8 o'clock. We gonna have some adult, some grown people. Let me change that. I was told not to say adult by my what we call our chaos coordinator, who's my program director. We gonna have some grown people fun. We're gonna be doing some tournaments.
Is it grown folks entertainment?
Grown folks entertainment. There it is.
Hey,
Grown folks entertainment.
So we're gonna do that. We're gonna be playing different tournaments. We've got Mario Kart, Smash. I think they're talking about doing. We're gonna do Tekken. I think the new Street Fighter is gonna be in there. I think we got some 2K stuff going on. We're gonna have some table and board game tournaments going on where we're gonna be doing Hero Clicks. We will actually be the state championship for the Hero Clicks, and then we're also gonna be doing Yu-Gi-Oh! And oh gosh, I forget what the other one. But we also gonna be playing spades.
Hey,
Cutting people to the white meat, as I like to say. Yes, sir.
bro, I'll be the one to watch y'all. Cause
2K and spades. They're trying to ruin friendships.
Nah.
Really, you might need to pat people down.
I'm watching the spades game. I'm not new.
That part, thank you.
This is why it's called grown folks entertainment.
Got to be ready. And yeah, we got some parties that are going to be happening. We actually DJ Dioman, I hope I say the brother's name right, but we're doing Saturday night. We're going to be doing an Afro Beats party.
Hey,
he's got like 6 different artists who are going to be coming out to perform with him. That particular party is going to start at midnight Saturday. Well, so technically I'll say 11:59 Saturday night, so that I don't confuse myself in that conversation. Then Friday and Saturday are early parties. We're actually going to do Greek Geek parties. So we got the D9 members coming in who are going to be doing some different things, working with Southern Hospital. Wait a minute. What did you just throw up?
Go ahead.
Did I just see that? That's your boy, Sarah. There you go. So look at it. So yeah. So
we'll try too.
Where at?
Try too.
Okay, there you go. So Southern Hospitality, which is a party company here in Georgia, party promoter here in Georgia, who's also frat, Bo Braxton. They're going to be coming with it. Friday, it's going to be wear your favorite character T-shirt, and we're going to do a stroll competition. And then Saturday night is the Greek Geek cosplay, getting it in, and we're just gonna have a time, man. We're gonna have a whole lot of fun and making it happen. So, CC, my girl, she's gonna be there. She's doing a panel, a different world. She's doing it with HBCU Con. They are actually one of our partners that we're working with as well. So they're gonna be doing some stuff with the Greeks and then also the HBCU side of it too.
I love this.
I wish I
all of this can be yours.
Definitely
for $50 for the whole week.
It's savings on top of savings. I don't know what y'all out here playing games.
I can't wait.
Our adult weekend badge is $50.
Nice.
Damn.
And that gets you all of the parties and all access to all of the tournaments and all those kind of things. So
that's what's up.
Right.
Like,
it
so
really is.
Y'all really need to go check out the Urban Nerd Con. Here's the website. Check them out. Whoop, that's the that's the
there you go.
Yep, that was it.
There we go. The urbannerdcon.net. This is due to our scheduling, because I'm doing a convention that same weekend up here in Cleveland, so it's kind of a it's super tight schedule. Plus I'm celebrating wedding anniversary in August, so like people like, you come down. I'm like, no, not if y'all want to see me for another year. I'm not. So, but man, Roy, dude, like everything you just laid on the table is all the more reason for people to come out here and show support. This is dope, man. Like, I mean, you got something for the kids, you got incentives, you got people for something for the grown folks, spades, 2K, Tekken, like. All he missing is a Monopoly board. Like look, it's gonna be really a lot of upset hearts.
I'm really debating if I want to do Monopoly because I'm a Monopoly freak. So, like, other than spades, I will play Monopoly all the time.
Lady Mandalore,
you gonna have to have an independent banker. I'm almost say.
Oh my yeah,
nobody gonna be trusted on that.
It's literally we just labeled 3 games that are quick to upset the balance of every item of force that's out here because. Somebody walked away, man.
Damn.
And we're gonna have go to the site. We're gonna have some great guests. Most of our guests who were here who were with us last year in Montgomery are coming back. Kevin Grievous, if you've ever seen the Underworld series, and the
The guy whose voice is deeper than mine.
Okay.
Yeah, Kevin has he has that voice, and he was one of the stars of it. He actually wrote that series,
Right.
created
That I knew.
the Blue
Yes.
Marvel character, Sirach Lofton,
Ooh.
who is Jake Sisko from Deep Space Nine.
Right. Right.
Is going to be there. Sirach has been like completely amazing. We're also going to be working with the Nichelle Nichols Foundation, because we're going to name our first award after her, the Nichelle Nichols Vanguard Award.
Nice.
That we'll be giving out this year to her posthumously. We were real disappointed. She actually passed away during our con last year. And we had about 5 people who were Star Trek related who were actually able to come in and just tell some amazing stories. So we're really excited about that opportunity. And then right now we got my boy scheduled back. We weren't sure. We had to wait for him to see about getting his schedule together. But Bruce Leroy, Timok, The Last Dragon, will be back in the building, and we are going to do our screening this year of The Last Dragon, and then a Q&A after the screening of the movie with him. So.
My God, this sounds so dope.
Yeah.
Really
You
nice.
guys are
Oh my
missing out. If you
goodness.
have not heard of the Urban Nerd Con, you need to go check them out. You need to go show your support. Go to their website, go to the IG, The Urban Nerd at IG.
Con. Yeah,
and
and
the Urban
Nerd
Con.
The Urban Nerd Con on all social media.
Yeah, here we go. Right there. The Urban Nerd Con on IG. You want to go to their website, which is actually on their IG's profile as well. The urbannerdcon.net. Roy, my guy, this is all gold. That's what it is. It's like the platinum package.
Listen, man, our goal is to create the prominent multicultural fan con in the country that emphasizes creators of African descent.
Hey.
So that's what we're looking to do. And like I said, if we tell people, if you can't come yourself, please donate a Young Nerd badge, because we give them out to free. When those that are donated, we just give them out free to kids. We go to different youth organizations and stuff and say, hey, bring your kids on out. Y'all come on out for the event. So
I gotta give you this for the short time you're here. I gotta give you this.
Absolutely.
Like I said, man, I was that kid, and I did not want I didn't want kids to have to worry about that coming to our event, because it's our responsibility to give them what they needed. That's our responsibility to spark their imaginations, to be the ones that do it. I mean, we talk about comic book creators. When I remember in college, I don't know how old you guys are. I'm 53 this year. But when I was in college, I had my own comic book company. The only original, and we said this, the only other original, what we consider original, and we're probably going to piss some people off by saying this, but it is what it is, because that's all I saw. You had Milestone, and you had Big City Comics. They produced Brother Man. Besides ours, which was called Pyramid Comics at the time, all of the other black comics that we did see, and there were probably only about 7 or 8 other ones, they were literally just carbon copies of standard white characters that we had seen from DC and Marvel at the time. And so, we were out there, and it's like, so there weren't the abilities for me to go to a con and even see, more than 1 or 2 black comic books. Well, listen, we have got some great vendors coming with some amazing books, from comic books, from graphic novels, that are all melanated. And that's the thing that we were telling everybody. It's like, we want to create Dragon Con and MomoCon just with a lot more melanin in it.
See, this is what it's all about.
Exactly.
Seeing and hearing this, and I can't wait to experience it. To hear about a con that does exactly what it is that you're bringing to the table, not just for grown folks, but for the next people coming up, for the kids too. And it's amazing. I haven't seen this formula yet. Not like this. Because you're hitting all the points. Cost effectiveness. It's for the kids. It's for the adults. Everybody's entertained. It has the same formula as most cons, where you get more than just one day, and it's hitting all the points, and there's still incentives on top of that.
I can't wait for the wait. There's more.
Right. He's like, all these great savings, but wait, there's more.
More.
Well, I could. No, we do. No, we there. Listen, there's a lot more stuff. That's why I said
up, Mark?
definitely go to the site and see, man. We do. We have our panels are going to be amazing.
Mm.
I mean, just the stuff that we're going to do. We're like our goal is to grow this, and we really are looking forward to it. So,
yo, my God. This is them times. This is one of them times where I wish I had a twin. That's like, hey, I need you to go handle that part.
Mhm.
I'll go handle this over here, and we'll be fine. Roy, this has been amazing. Like this, you have an amazing movement going on.
we hope so. Listen, we appreciate you guys' help, man. Any publicity that we can get with it is what we need, because that's we understand that one of the challenges with a lot of blurs is that we're in pockets, and so we've got to be able to find each other and make that actually happen, so that we are getting that information out to as many people as possible.
Water
And
finds
that's
its way.
the big thing, yeah.
Water finds its way. Man, Roy, I wish we could get you longer. I know you got your phone call and your business to handle.
We're working with the com. We're getting ready to talk to some of our professional guests and talk to them about what's going to be happening at the com, what they have access to, what we're looking for from them, what we need, and making this thing happen. So, listen, if you want me to come back, I will.
Oh, definitely.
We can actually do some nerd stuff and just really get into some conversations.
Oh yeah,
Some of the y'all talk about the Flash, and I have some very strong opinions about that stuff that they did. But
we did a whole review last week. We did the review last week, and trust me, he didn't pull any punches.
There you go.
Nope.
We landed him solid. I'm like, no, you're taking this head. You gave us that. You're gonna get this.
Get this work because they need it. But the good thing about it is that we know that that's the last of this fragmented DC that they're getting.
Ooh.
We're finally going to get. I don't know if you guys saw it, and I'm wondering, did I see it from your post? But I saw the post of James Gunn talking about his 10-year plan.
Yep.
Yeah. So he actually came in and talked about it. I was like, see, now that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we covered it. I still got the banners in my production room. I still got the banners where it's just this is his lineup. He just announced today, the first of his run. So I'm like, hey, let's rock, let's get this.
Yeah.
He's like, it was like, you got to raise it to the ground because I can't work with none of this. But man, Roy, go check him out. TheUrbanNerd.net, TheUrbanNerdCon.net, and the Urban Nerd Con on IG. You want to go check this out?
Mm-hmm.
Take your kids, then drop them off, and then come back. Just have some fun. This is very insightful, my guy. This is and I love this. I love this. God, I love what I do. I swear to do. I love what I do. Roy, once again, I got to give you this. Short amount of time, but in that short time, you made one hell of an elevator pitch.
We get some of our guests to come on with us as well. Get one of our guests to come on for the show.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I'd love to have that. Here we go. Yo, thank you for coming through, man. I'm gonna let you go so you can handle your business. But hit me up.
Thank you guys. Frat Sarah, go mom. Oh, and just to let you know too, I was actually a Zeta Knight before I played Sigma.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I'm old school.
You was keeping it in.
All in the family, babe.
And even though I didn't pledge at Virginia Union, I went to Virginia Union. So HBCU,
nice,
yes,
in the building. All right,
yes.
You guys take care.
All this blackness. I love all this blackness. I love it. Thanks for coming through, my guy.
Right. Matter of fact, I say you can even see it.
Oh my God, that's amazing. That is amazing. Savings on top of savings, and then all that fun. I'm like, yo.
All I gotta say is I don't want to be nowhere near the game room when you have spades, Uno, and Monopoly going on all the same time.
No, I just want to watch the spades, but I will get in some Uno.
Yeah,
I will get in some Uno.
Uno, I got no problem with, but spades, nah.
I'm gonna be a full professional instigator walking around.
You would too.
So you just got 86 pieced in Tekken. How do you feel?
I can see Will now. He was just like, "How do you feel about that?"
Oh,
Man, get that mic out of my face. But the people
Well, you're
want to
going
know.
to do what?
Oh my
Oh,
god,
man.
yeah, that's dope. Go check them out, the urbannerdcon.net and the Urban Nerdcon on IG. You need to go check them out, man. That is amazing what they have going on over there.
Yeah.
And once again, this is one of those situations or one of those cons where these are things we always think about. You know, something for the kids, something for the adults. I need to drop my kid off because I'm about to go back downstairs and have some fun. It needs to be cost effective. Then you're bringing in the next generation, so you have an opportunity to show them new ways and open up that door, because we already know a lot of these kids do not get those opportunities like that.
Right.
What's up to our sponsor, Trey Lawson, in the
Yeah.
building of Always Press Record? Yeah, it's such a dope. That is such a, because I'm doing the 4C conference here in Cleveland. That's why I'm not going to be able to make that. But yeah, it's you can't beat that. You can't beat that.
I will say this. You guys are noticing that more and more, and I'm just not gonna say anything because I don't want to jinx it. More and more of these types of cons are showing up.
Yes.
And I'm like, it's like watching National Geographic. I'm just a photographer, just watching the gazelles go across. I'm not gonna say nothing.
Black Spartan is sitting, and off in the distance, there's another black con that has emerged for the people.
But right? But you notice that every con, the mission is always the same: outreach, next generation, family entertainment, making it cost effective, really putting the value behind it. Almost every con and every person behind the con that we've interviewed, the mission is the same, and it is a beautiful freaking thing. And that's why I'm like, I'm just gonna sit there and I'm just gonna marvel at it. I don't even want to stare. I just want to marvel.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes you look at these much larger cons who will have all this money and influence, and say to them, "Hey, this is what you're missing out of. This is what you forgot about your mission. You said you want to be family entertainment, family friendly. There it is. You want to be cost effective. There it is. You want to make sure that the next generation of kids see it, because I've heard the conversation consistently when it comes to the much bigger cons, like artist alleys tend to get drowned out.
Yeah.
They don't get they don't get that same affection, that same attention that why a lot of us go in the first place. Hey, I'm going here because I want to get to Tuskegee Airs, or I'm going here because I want to get something from Concrete Comics, and you don't get that from a lot of the bigger cons because they're drowned out. It's great to meet your favorite celebrities and artists and voiceovers. It's great. I'm not taking nothing away from that. However, you don't get that opportunity to make it over there. I've been to cons, especially here in Cleveland, where you're just like, where the heck is Artist Alley? Everybody's drowned out, and then when you get to Artist Alley, it's almost nothing. Like it's clear to walk because no one's there, And so,
but they just solved the con food problem. I'm like, if you could just bring in a few people that can bring in decent food at
that's another one.
non-Comic-Con prices, I'll be happy.
Yeah.
Because I just don't feel like you should pay $20 for a cheeseburger that you would have gotten at the hole in the wall.
There's nothing like talking to my son before he had went overseas to Korea when he was in the military. There's nothing like talking to my son and taking him to at the time it was Wizard World. It's called Fan Expo now. And I took him to Fan Expo. We got to see Bruce Campbell in person and everything. So he got the experience. He was just like, yo, and I'm like, exactly. And he's big on anime and everything. So for him to see that and then walk away saying, wow. And I'm like, exactly.
That's the experience. That right there is what we want every young blurred that comes up or nerd to sit there and, like you said, have that experience. Sit there and say, I got to see it, or I got to see my favorite person. I got to see cosplay. I got to see the whole idea of, like I said, the one thing I've always loved that when I took my nephews for the first time to their con, they're like, we can do that. The idea is implemented. Once the idea is implemented, I'm like, go back to your parents and tell them how to do it. Because I did my part.
It's already there. And speaking of Black Cons, your favorite crew is in the building for BlurCon, our very first panel, July 8th at 8:30 p.m. We will be out there showing off, showing out, doing giveaways, doing the game show, getting geeky with it. You want to stop through. If you're not at BlurCon, you want to stop through. You can still get your badges and show some love and show us some love. Come out there. You thought this was something, having us virtual.
Ain't seen nothing left.
You thought our private chat was interesting. Y'all can personal.
We're still trying to talk to Hilton. It's me, Kurt, Skip from Blurred Over, Montel, Nix from Do You Speak Geek, and myself and a couple others, and we was like, we should do one panel where it's all of us. And the more me and Nix thought about it, we were like, that might be the end.
No, that would be the beginning. That needs to happen. All of those personalities in one place, that needs to happen. Absolutely.
At that point, they paid admission. They knew what was going to happen.
Yeah.
They've already given their consent. So
listen, just make it an after dark thing. Just make it for the adults only.
Because I know me and Kurt, I'm just like, you got it? He's like, you got it? Let's take it.
I was like, before we take it. Just there we go. Before we start, are there any children? Because
that's exactly how I was like, are there any kids in this house? Are you affected easily by insults or vulgarity? Just we need to know these things because the rails are off at this point. So
if your child is still in here at 9 o'clock and 9 o'clock during this poll, that is on you.
Like leave the Everclear and the Lord at the door. He'll be fine with what we got here. Oh my God! So yeah, Prowess is in the building. Prowess the Testament. We was just on Geek Solid podcast earlier this week. Dope sister. She's been on the show before.
Wow.
She is such a dope sister.
What does that mean?
Another dope nerdcore artist too. Wow. You know, she's a lyricist by trade, heart, and everything else. I left it up there long on purpose. She came in our chat one time, and it was between her and Tafari, and they were just one-liners. Bam, bam, bam. Look, food trucks at the Urban Nerd Con. Look,
yes,
they solved it. They solved the problem.
There it is.
And at least 3 of them gonna have macaroni and cheese.
That part.
Hey, but that macaroni and cheese.
But we're not
as long as it slaps.
Yeah.
I'm about to say, as long as it slaps.
That's the key right there.
That's that macaroni and cheese that doesn't make it. We leave the truck, and so it's gone in 5 bites.
Yeah,
you can be mad at stuff.
Like, you know what? I need another one because I was gonna eat this in the room.
But it might cost like $20 though.
Right? It was like, the pockets.
You said it in the. No, let me shut up.
So I guess we can get right into it. Let's talk about it. Well, the announcement came down the pipe from Mr. Gunn himself. He has found his Superman and his Lois Lane through David Cornsweet and Rachel Brosnahan to play the DCU's new Clark Kent and Lois Lane for his Superman legacy. I could get Nix for some of the stuff he said. He was just like, great value, Henry.
He went in.
He went all the way in. And I I'm like, Nix. I had to call him. I'm like, Nix, stop. But no worries. This guy will put on weight. This is kind of like the thing. They're just not going to get no skinny person into
Right.
this, man. That's just not how it works. You know, he may not be massive because Cavill was massive. The dude was just massive.
Yeah.
You know, but he's definitely going to have to put on. Leave Delaney. Dollar General cattle. Oh my God. So yeah, it's I have total faith in what Gunn is bringing to the table. I am not upset. I am not mad. I'm glad. I wasn't expecting the news this soon.
Yeah.
I was expecting it like next week or something, you know, because the rumors were already starting to float around. I was expecting maybe next week.
Yeah, but after the Flash, there need to be some uplifting. DC needed such a win right now that we would have been happy if you sat there and said that we were finally get a Jon Stewart movie. It just left it at that. Gave no instructions. We needed something at this point, but no, the guy being cast as Superman, I said I pulled the Desmond Howard like who? I was like, when you said the name,
I think that's good because I was listening to Inside of You with Michael Rosenbaum. It's a great podcast because he has a lot of connections to Hollywood people he's been in movies with and everything else. And he had James Gunn on, and it was an interesting interview because he was saying, you know, when he was talking about Guardians, how these were virtual unknowns. You know, I mean, Chris Pratt, unless you watched Parks and Rec or Wanted, that's the only way you knew him. You know, everybody knew Zoe Saldana. She was the most famous. You know, Dave Bautista was best known for wrestling. You know, Bradley Cooper wasn't even on the screen. You know, and his voice was so unrecognizable you wouldn't have known anyway.
Yeah, you don't know that's Bradley Cooper.
Yeah, you really don't. Even watching behind the scenes, you still don't. You're just like, yeah. There's no way.
The body don't
way. It was like there's no.
They put some kind of scrambler on there or something.
I'm like he locked that in too well. And then Vin Diesel was just, you know, making his rounds coming up. You know, so
but you gotta give the man credit to get paid millions of dollars, but yet say the same 3 words in 3 movies.
Oh, that part.
It's a hell of a hustle.
I mean, he did the same thing in what's the name? We Love Family.
Yeah,
same thing.
He still
was like, Dominic, what do we do?
Boy,
about family.
Yo,
it's
yeah. It was so angry. So angry.
Hey,
You're bringing up trauma right now.
And then the last line when Groot was like, "I love you guys," he was like, "You guys are my family." I
how many people
might have laughing that hard in the theater.
The way he went about it, I was just like, look, for volume 3, I was already misty anyway. So when he said it, I'm like, oh damn. And then I got done and recollected myself, and I'm like, and he still managed to make it about family. You son of a bitch.
that was my sober moment. I was all in my feelings. I heard that part. I was like, wait, did he just
he made it about family again. You sly bastard. You know, so it was interesting. I'm glad he's made these picks. I like the fact that everyone, this is what I love about theories. People just make the weirdest theories. You know, and they're like, oh, he's gonna pick such and such, or Nicholas Holt, or this part. I'm like, nah, it's gonna be somebody we don't know.
And that's a great thing. It needs, sometimes you gotta have unknowns because you assume too much. Because I'm sorry, go ahead, Lane. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm about to say they did the same thing with Christopher Reeve.
Yeah,
they had a whole bunch of people that they thought it was going to be Superman, and they said no. The studio wanted someone unknown so that they can focus on the actual character of Superman and not on the person who's playing it. So, yeah, same thing.
And it worked out great for him.
You know, and he's also went forward. Gunn also has said he's like, people have gotten lazy with their superhero stories, and I gotta agree. You know, they figure, oh, copy paste, it worked. Let's do it again. And that's Hollywood talk. You know, they're like, let's copy paste and do it again. I'm like, yeah, but that formula doesn't work all the time because see, now you have this we got what we were looking for out of Endgame and out of No Way Home, right?
Mm.
Those were the pinnacles. Now we're building on a whole new story, and people weren't ready for that. They weren't ready for She-Hulk. They weren't ready for Ant-Man. They weren't ready. And now that we know what's going on with the VFX department, now we got an understanding. And you got lazy Thor: Love and Thunder. Lazy.
Yeah. I mean, it's, and I was trying to keep this to myself because I was just flashing back to the BET Awards about cut and copy and how everything's gotten stale. I was like, oh, like current hip hop.
Yeah, it did. Current hip hop. Shout out to Busta Rhymes, Lifetime Achievement Award for over at the BET Awards, and he said some very prominent things when he accepted that. And I'm like, that man is right. There's a reason why he's been in the game as long as he has. And he said all this beef and stuff. He was like, he got it to people, the higher ups too. He was like, yeah, hip hop ain't how many drugs you sold or did or drank. He laid it out there. I was like, and that is hip hop.
That was the one part of the award show I watched, aside from Dr. Bobby Jones being completely uncomfortable. That had me dying. Just if you know
the way I giggled.
It was
Look at you doing that situation.
Thank you.
You praise Jesus.
He was sitting next to one of his boys, and you could tell that look was just like, okay, this is what's going on. I'm like, Bobby Jones, this is what you see. What did you expect?
I mean, the moment the Glorilla came out, I'm like, you just have to be the unlucky dude, and you have to be the unlucky seed.
And I'm sure Christian Rock and who was Pretty Red, I'm sure they didn't know who Bobby Jones was. They probably just thought it was some dude in the audience, some executives up. Like, nah, ladies, y'all barking up the wrong tree. Oh my God. Yeah. The seating, Tafari even said it, the seating was done on purpose.
Right.
I believe it.
That's why I believe the seating was done on purpose. Because it's like, how do we make somebody uncomfortable? I got it. When is that performance
next to here? Let's put this hardcore, vulgar hip hop artist next to this gospel artist. Let's see how that mixes well.
The icing on the cake was sitting right next to Lil Uzi Vert. That would have been the icing on the cake. Because imagine him and then Lil Nas X sit behind him. Instant ratings.
He couldn't stay out of. I'm like, dude, it's over. Like, dude, you're done. You're done. You're done. Your girl caught you talking to Ice Spice. You're done. You're done. Ain't no repairing that. You're done. You got cussed out in front of thousands of people. Like, you're done. And then tried to make up for it. And I was like, the aftermath was funnier. Damn. Oh, you like taking pictures? No, here, taking pictures. Like, uh-oh.
Damn. You thought I was feeling you, the Jesus remix.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Hey, it's me time to laugh these sub jokes. I'm good where I'm going. I'm good.
Look here. The sub jokes. Okay, let's get something started. I thought we were done. I thought we were done. But they keep coming out, and I'm just kind of like, damn. But it was good.
This goes to show you, just go show you, dark humor goes a long way, or in this case, very deep.
Yeah, he said offending the elders, Migos reunited, domestic violence, Busta Rhymes, Tyler Perry putting in work, and it's only been a few days.
Come on, lady. Surely we can rise above it.
Oh my God!
Hey, it wasn't the worst joke I heard. The worst joke I heard was here. How do I flex on billionaires?
Yo.
Oh my God! Proud says JT is now saying it was a logistics issue and not Ice Spice. I'm like,
the lies.
Control.
Look! You talking to black folks?
The lies.
We know trouble when we see it. Let's just put it that way. Like, who they fooling? I don't know.
You ain't got not us. We kind of figured.
Yeah, I'm like,
we just treat y'all. We just treat y'all at the low end of the other family. We just treat y'all at the low end of the family picnic. Like, just leave them be. That's how they always be.
Something crazy. That was always something nuts.
Mm.
So we're gonna take a quick little commercial break. When we come back, we're gonna give the people what they've been missing. You seen The Flash? And how much of a bad taste that left in everybody's mouth. Love it or hate it, mostly hate. We're gonna give you our fan cast, and I think you're going to enjoy it. So we'll be right back.
Yeah, welcome back to Fast Money, y'all. We getting ready to finish up the game here. Now your teammate done scored enough points. I think you just need to get one answer right to win. You ready?
Ready.
Okay, name a podcast. Blurred's Eye View. Who should have won that Oscar? Angela Bassett. Who did win the Oscar? Don't give a damn. Name a cartoon. Ed, Edd n Eddy. Name a guest from question 1. Carl Jones. Alright, that did it. Congratulations, you won the game. Hellspawn cosplay. Now, we only need a one name. Hieroglyphics. You can stop now. Josh Evans. Chase Bowling. Josh Brown. Y'all cut the commercial. He gonna be out for a while. Blurred's Eye View. Be sure to peep the podcast on all platforms, or stream every episode on Always Press Record TV. APR TV now downloadable on Amazon and Roku. APR TV, the power of podcasting in the palm of your hand. Get it today.
Oh my god! Look, Tafari, always with the comments. He said, one of the jokes was, and I see that this was the one that made me crack out. Was crack out laughing. It was like, how you sleep at night making those jokes? And I said, with oxygen. And I'm like, yo. Hellspawn already said it. He was like, Hellspawn already said it. He was like, I'm probably got 5 tickets, a beach house somewhere over in a timeshare. And I'm like, oh, so we're neighbors. That's all I could say.
There was another joke. I said there was another joke with a picture on. I said the only thing that could handle 5 guys. It was the picture of the Laverne police woman.
That was it. That was the one.
It's like
that was the one.
The only thing that can handle 5 guys and survived. I was like,
I was at work when I seen that one, and I said, thank God I work by myself. I was like,
because you probably was upsetting everybody.
I was like, yo, they was like, it's one of them moments. Like, yo, what? Speaking of, okay, so yeah, elephant in the room. Got to. How dare they? But they did. Not surprised. How do you honor the queen? Give her flowers, correct? What do the Oscars do? They say, oh, we're going to give you an honorary award. And I'm talking about Angela Bassett.
Honoring my ass.
For an accomplished actress.
I couldn't. It's a slap in the face.
It very much is.
I'm telling my wife when I walked in the door, and she was like, "That's a slap in the face." I said, "Exactly."
Yeah.
She's like, "The body of work this woman has." I'm like, "Exactly." I'm like, she should have had at least 3 of them by now.
Yep.
It's
absolutely.
It's worse because
it
feels like they trying to say that was probably your last chance. You're probably not going to have another crack at it. So here's this honorary one. So everything's cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so many roles that literally were Oscar worthy, and the last one to me was like, okay, I'm throwing my best shot, and then that was, of course, Wakanda Forever.
We just and it just so happened it was a comic book movie. We weren't doing it because it was just you felt that scene, and for so many reasons that scene works.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all bypassed
she the biggest one. She the biggest main one though.
Yeah.
I mean, we couldn't give her to her when she played Muhammad Ali's wife. Oh, I'm sorry, not Muhammad Ali's. When she played Malcolm X's
wife. Yeah.
Give it to her when she
Tina
played
Turner.
Thank you.
I'm like, what?
Like what? The fact that
what she had to do?
Yeah, the fact that she turned down Monsters Ball for that scene
was the greatest decision of her career.
Exactly. I'm like, look, I love that woman. I do. She kept her dignity.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. And the fact that y'all gave it to somebody else.
You gave it to somebody who should
for that reason.
You really should give it to somebody, in my opinion, who's ever been cast in the storm. But you know, that's just me.
Tomatoes.
Just me and my hating ass. But
you know,
but no,
it's Gustin.
No, that's
Miller,
reality. That's
whatever.
not hating.
You know,
that's reality.
But no, it's the whole idea of just honorary
They do.
Oscar.
I believe it, and she ain't folding for it. She ain't folding.
Here's my thing.
And I bet you she would have got an Oscar if she did that too.
Exactly. If she had played a slave or some of a demeaning
Absolutely.
role, they probably would have gave it
Absolutely.
to her, which is
But
why
correct me if I'm wrong. Aren't honorary Oscars given to only people who are no longer with us?
No.
There's people who are alive.
Because it's like 41 people they're giving it to. It's her. I know Mel Brooks is another one.
Jackie
And I'm
Chan
like, yeah.
Okay, that's why I was like, wait a minute. Honorary means like, it's like going to go speak at a college you got paid to go speak at, and they give you an honorary degree as a part of a bonus. Like, really?
Yeah. I'm like, if it at least with her, it feels like a participation trophy. That's what that feels like.
Yeah.
I won't knock anybody else, but it's just because of her, it feels like a participation trophy. I'm not cool with that.
It's like we couldn't give it to you, but just to let you know how much we want to stick with you at the company, here's some free swag from the closet.
Right.
That's what, like there's a number of times where it felt like Leo should have won for best actor, and then he finally won for The Revenant, and it felt like that was a makeup. It was just like, all right, we ducked you out like 7 years in a row. Here you go. You finally got one.
Yeah,
he did act his ass off in The Revenant.
Isn't that kind of bad though that you gotta get mauled by a bear just get an Oscar?
But it feels like with Angela getting this, like, yeah, we probably you up there, you probably not gonna have another moment like that. So here you go. Go ahead.
I mean,
and this is kind of one of the reasons why I wish we had something of our own, like that's on that level to literally say we don't need y'all because we recognize the greatness in ourselves.
Recognized game. Yeah.
Right. So like we don't necessarily need you at this point. So
but you know what? Well, you know what was the equivalent of those a long time ago? The Essence and Ebony Awards. We used to. I'm like, when we used to. I remember, look, I was forced to watch the Ebony Awards because I wanted to watch something else. But when you got outnumbered by women in the family on a Saturday night, we are gonna watch Luther and we gonna watch Angela Bassett because Big Luther back then. But the point I'm making out of all this,
it's just Big Luther.
The point I'm making is just that those award shows, the reason why they were so popular is because they were so supported. Like an award from there mattered a hell of a lot more than from the Academy Awards. But like you said, we need to. I mean, I wish we could have something along those lines again. But yeah, it's just the fact that she got done wrong. I'm like, I'm sorry to Miss Bassett because she will be elegant, she will be regal, she will have all the queen behavior.
Flowers always at the feet. Always.
Yeah, and she will handle it like the wonderful storm goddess she is.
She still should accept it as a video.
Yeah.
But just that's probably the best.
Call it in.
Yeah, call that. Call in. Yeah.
Call that shit in.
So we got a question. All right. Okay. They said this show somehow came across my feed first time here. So what do y'all usually talk about? Well,
welcome.
You are in. Thank you for coming in. That means it's serendipitous. You're meant to see us. We talk about a lot of geek stuff from POC point of view. You'll trust me. You won't be disappointed. Stick around. Why we are on this, and like I said before the commercial break, we all have seen The Flash. We have all had our reservations or lack thereof. We were very uncouth about it. We don't care. I had a conversation with someone today. I said, you know what? I said, story-wise, it's fine. I said, the lead, there. Keaton, however, amazing. So
that man's gonna need a lot of back therapy for carrying that movie.
It's just one of them things where you really look at what it brought to the table, and you're saying, was it fun? Yes, it was. However, it was disappointing at the same time. So, and especially now that we know the whole thing with the CGI stuff. Oh, that in itself was a nightmare. And
this is how the Flash would have seen it. Why did you say that?
The fact that they made him say that, it is so bad. It was like, it's so bad.
And for so long they were working on it. I don't understand that.
Yeah. It's like, oh my God. So yeah. So here we go. the Flash fan cast. Here we go. We're getting into it. I would have used the music only because
Hey, CW would have been CW would have been listening.
I would have had to talk to them. I'm like, you can't really sue us because, like yourselves, we don't have any money. So,
oh,
y'all got purchased for pennies on the dime. Y'all got purchased for a 3-piece at KFC. I don't think y'all can really sue anybody.
Right. So that. Oh, that part.
Me.
So we're gonna start doing our little fan cast. We have our listing. I'm gonna start with the ladies first, of course. I'm not a complete, and I know, lady, you're I know you're limited. That's why.
Okay, I was about to say,
but you had you had some very good pick. You had some very good picks. So read off the picks you do have, and I'll bring up the banner.
All right.
So first up, we got Barry Allen, the Flash.
Okay, so I had Dylan O'Brien. He's the guy that is from the Maze Runner series.
Mm-hmm.
I chose him because I actually just think that he could bring gravitas to the Flash. I didn't think that we were gonna go the like funny Barry Allen way. I thought we were gonna go a more serious way, and I was like, you know what? He's about the right size. He's about the right age. I think he could do it. I went for who else? Who's the next one?
Iris.
Okay. Okay, she is already with something else in DC. I believe she's in Titans, but I still wanted Anna I don't know how to say her last name.
Anna Diop.
Okay.
Anna Diop. Yeah, I know Anna Diop.
Yeah. And I'll be honest with you, I saw her actually at 24 Legacy. I thought she sucked in that, to be honest with you. But half the reason why I thought she sucked in that, no, I'm serious.
No, I know what you're talking about. I know exactly.
Was the writing. The writing was horrible.
Yeah.
It was like a white person writing about what they think Black people talk about and how they talk. And so, but when I saw in other stuff, I was like, okay, she's good. And then I forgot what Amazon movie she was in that actually
it was a horror, like a horror movie.
Yes.
I know what you're talking about.
I covered on your on your
website.
Site. Thank you.
Yeah.
But she was amazing. And I said, okay, I'm sold on her. So I think
she can actually act, and
she can act very well.
Yeah.
She can act very well. And then finally for me, Zoom will be Paul Wesley from Vampire Diaries.
Yes.
Who he plays Stefan. I thought that he could be such an amazing person that could give you a false sense of security. Okay, like he's one of those people that he has this great face and he'll charm you. He's charming, he's alluring or whatever.
Leave it to phone. Lady just described all the dear white people. So
that is true. Yeah, she wasn't that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I completely forgot about. She was in not the movie. She was in the series.
Yeah,
that's right. That's right. But yeah, Paul Wesley. I think he could do an amazing job as being, alluring, but yet he will go for the jugular when he has to. That's all I got because some of the other people I know, but I don't know like really about their characterization. So I didn't want to do them any, injustice by saying like, oh, this person or that person. And y'all like, nah, that's not how they would act or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like putting Will Ferrell for like Captain Freeze or something. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like that'd be dumb. So I don't want to embarrass myself. So therefore, boom, I'm gonna hand it off to the pros.
Okay. So
Burgundy.
The Battle of the Wheels. We'll let Black Spartan go. So we'll start off with Barry Allen.
Okay, so for my Barry Allen, which is Flash, I chose Taron Egerton. So the guy from Kingsman, the guy from one of my two favorite movies, Kingsman, The Golden Circle. Also did Elton John. Guy's got the right build, right face.
He actually sang.
And also in Sing. Also, yeah, he did sing. So he
sang an Elton John song and sing. I'm like, oh, the guy can sing too. Why did
So, like I said, he's got the right kind of quirk. He can do the one-liners that we're all knowing. So that's always like, okay, he make a perfect Flash. Iris, I went different. I went Nathaniel Emmanuel, basically from the Fast series. just because it's a different type. We've seen the redhead, we've seen the brunette. We haven't really seen the lighter skin mixed variety, if you will. Plus, she kind of has that little bit of quirkiness, but a little bit of sass, which works out well if you're trying to translate it from the comic book side of things. Wally West, I had to go differently because Will beat me to the punch on that one. So I had to go to my backup. So Josh Hutcherson, if he was in, and I say if he got in shape, because he just needs a little bit of muscle. I don't need Peter. I don't need Peter. I don't need him for Hunger Games. I need him a little bit more built up, but he can do it. My Zoom Reverse Flash, Justin Hartley, basically the guy from All of Us.
The first Green Arrow from Smallville.
Yeah, the first Green Arrow.
Okay.
So yeah, again, right build, right size, makes you feel comfortable, makes you feel safe, but will cut you in a heartbeat if he, you know, just like that. He kind of his acting switches. The reason why I picked him for that, because he can go from left to right in a heartbeat. Yeah. Captain Cold, I chose Ricky Whittle. If you don't know who he is, he's basically Shadow from American Gods. I think he can do it because Captain Cold is a little bit different. Yes, he is conniving. Yes, he is maniacal in some cases, but he has a little bit of a moral code. At the same time, we never really seen a Captain Cold casted as a multicultural one, if you will. So that's why I wanted to pick him for that. Captain Boomerang, I chose Charlie Hunnam. If you haven't seen him, Sons of Anarchy, King Arthur Lost Legend of the Sword, The Gentleman. Again, British actor, but he fits right in with Dagger Harkness. I think he can pull it off. Now, y'all either gonna love me or hate me for Heat Wave. Winston Duke.
Oh, wait.
You can give me Winston at any time.
Y'all say either you're gonna love me or hate me for that casting. Okay. Winston Duke. Why? Because you got to think between Heat Wave and Captain Cold. They kind of have they always have.
They're buddy. They're definitely buddy.
Yeah, they have a weird dynamic. But at the same time, could you imagine the guy from American Gods and Winston Duke basically being Captain Cold and Heat Wave and working together? And tell me that wouldn't be just either hostility or comedy at the same time.
It'll be eye candy for me. I'm sorry.
It's eye candy for Lane. For the women, it's definitely eye candy.
Yeah, probably got to use that. Gorilla Grodd, I am still surprised this man has not voiced him yet. We just got through talking about him. Kevin Euro.
Kevin Grievous. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I had to look it up. He's never voiced him. And I'm just like, he's
not much you have to do. It's not much to do to that voice at all.
No,
that's perfect.
His voice is perfect for Grodd. I mean, a voice like that man's voice, and the fact that he can act through it. I'm like, how is he not Gorilla Grodd already? Let's see.
It just says, "Hey, yay, eye candy."
Listen.
I am so happy. I am so happy all the ladies approve. That makes me give me hope as casting director.
No, because real talk, Winston Duke just did last year. He did an audio drama for Spotify. He played the voice of Batman.
Yeah.
So I why not? You know, that would be I can actually kind of see that now. Just because at first I was thinking of Shadow, and I'm like, and then you said Winston Duke. I said, wait a minute. One is Captain Cold, one is Heat Wave. Mm-hmm. Knowing how their dynamic is, let's see how this works.
It will work out. All right, so my last two, Weather Wizard. I don't know why I chose an Indian for this. Dev Patel from Slumdog Millionaire and from the Newsroom. I think he would be a great Weather Wizard. And for Mirror Master, Jovan Adepo, who I think would kill it in that role. I'm trying to remember where he was from. I want to say from Fruit Valley Station and another movie he is recognized for that I cannot think of at the moment. But again, a different type of Mirror Master, but I still think it will work. But that's my picks.
Yeah, Mirror Master. Here he is right here, which I think he's an interesting character anyway. Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, Barry's entire rogue gallery is interesting as hell. They just have they don't have the greatest threatening of names, but they are threats.
Yeah.
I read an issue of Batman where he was talking to Barry, and it was actually in the Justice League cartoon too. And he was kind of downplaying Barry's rogues gallery, and he was like, they sound like they're a joke to you just because they're not some kind of homicidal clown, threatening the city. I was like, trust me, they're dangerous.
Mhm.
I was like, the top, he ain't even all there in the head. And he's like, he on the Justice League cartoon, he literally goes in there, he's like, hey, he sees him in the bar. He was like, he goes to a local bar and he was like, hey, are you taking your medication? And he was like, oh, I knew I forgot something, and da. And I'm like, he solved the problem.
Mhm.
And he
Well,
said,
how-
here, let me take you
punching
now.
someone.
Without punching someone. Like, what are you doing out of here? Bop. And he didn't do any of that.
I mean, yeah,
You're
but
supposed to be in jail.
I mean, yeah,
But the way he broke it down and just like literally diffused the entire situation,
Mhm.
and he spoke to him like it was a friend.
no, I mean, let's kind of be honest. If you see the Flash, you see a friendly face. If you see Batman, 9 times out of 10 you're running.
If you ain't pissed your
Yeah.
pants, right? So,
You wouldn't
oh
run.
my God.
We're guilty.
Right. So it's those are some good picks, actually.
Mhm.
You mentioned Taron Egerton. I think he was one of the top 3 or top 4 picks for
Mhm.
Barry.
Yeah.
It was always and me and Will probably got the same pick. It was probably got the same pick. And I know me and Black Spartan definitely we didn't have the same picks, but we were very close in the wheelhouse. But I'm gonna let Cinematic Assassin go. Who do you have for Barry Allen? Barry Allen up first.
Don't know how to pronounce his name, but hopefully Daiquiri Montgomery.
Oh, that guy.
The Red
Stranger
Ranger.
Things. Red Ranger, Stranger Things,
Oh,
Billy
okay.
from Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like he's the right build, the right age for the rest of my casting. And listen, I like him in things. I feel like he do the role justice. Just
Mhm.
dead simple.
Ooh.
Bam,
Mhm.
winning already.
I think he would definitely bring some menacing to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus. I see him more as like a dark Barry Allen rather than actually Barry Allen. But maybe that's because I know him just really from Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you
Especially,
go
he
watch
played
that
that
Power
role
Rangers
so
movie,
yeah.
Oh my God. He made me not like his ass at all. I wanted to fight him sometimes. I was like, what the fuck? Like, yo, I ain't gonna hold you.
He was like, too bad we never got to find out how Tommy was. I'm like, as much as this dude was, what was the Tommy going to be like in that movie?
Damn.
Oh, man. So,
Iris.
I
got Lauren McLean because I want the McLean sisters back out here. I want them making things. I want
Lauren McLean.
China McLean's older
I'm
sister.
about to say I'm
Ah,
all the time.
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay. The twin, because good Lord, those girls look alike. Matter of fact, she was she
Oh, okay.
Black Lightning. She was in Black Lightning.
Yes.
Like China McLean was in Black Lightning, but so was the older sister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. Oh man.
They need to be back out in these streets doing things.
I agree.
Yeah.
They are talented. I agree.
Wait,
Wally.
Okay.
I got Lonnie Chavis Jr.
Wally West. Interesting.
And Will is mad. I stole his pick.
Because you beat me. You beat me to it. That's all. It's like, God dang it. Okay.
Said it first. That's why I stayed up late. I just wanted to make sure I got all mine in first. My Zoom reverse flash. Give me Cameron Monaghan.
Ooh.
I dig that.
See it. You see it.
Real talk. His role as Jerome on Gotham.
Telling you.
I love that guy. I love him so much.
All I can say is this guy gets it.
Yes.
He
Absolutely.
gets it. Like, Like I'm like, did they draw that smile on him? Like, no, that was him.
Yo,
That was
he
him.
was so. For me, he was the best Joker since Heath Ledger. That's just me.
And it made
He
you
was so
kept
good.
guessing. It in Gotham
Mhm.
made you keep guessing. Like,
Mhm.
Made you mad uncomfortable.
yeah, right.
Mhm.
Oh my
Like
god.
he gave real white psycho energy
My
for real.
So Kira has another daddy on the list.
At this point, she gonna
Here,
have
I'm here for you. I'm
she
here.
ain't gonna have range. She's
Here,
gonna have
okay?
she's gonna have just gauntlets at this point. She's gonna have range.
oh
Just gauntlets.
my god. So we left over Kid Flash. We got Iris, Barry, Kid Flash. Who you have next in Zoom or Reverse Flash?
Let me jump to Captain Boomerang.
Okay.
Give me Luke Hemsworth.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
A huge Aussie. That
He already had exactly. He already has the accent.
Yeah.
And respectfully, he can do grimy better than his brothers.
True.
Like he would. Now my other sort of immediate thought was Mr. Huge Jacked Man himself, Wolverine. But I was like, that would be too distracting. I feel like
It would be.
Yeah.
At that point, you just got Wolverine with boomerangs.
Wolverine.
You can't even take that seriously. Just it doesn't sound right.
It's like, well, I mean, yeah, why not? Because why not? I'm sorry. It's just, I think in the movie, was it not Entangled? Enchanted, Disenchanted. And the scene where like they show Hugh Jackman and he's on stage, he's doing a play.
Yeah.
And it's funny because the character's walking, he's like, "Who are you?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm Hugh Jackman." He interrupts the play, he's like, "I'm Hugh Jackman." He's like, "Who?" You know, Wolverine. And he's like, "Look, buddy, you need to get off the stage." And he tries to do the most menacing Wolverine, and it's like to no avail. Like most people, he's like, most people are a little intimidated by it. I'm like,
not him.
No, it's not. That's not how that works. God. Good pick. Okay, so who else you got?
Captain Cold. Now,
Not gonna lie, that's my dude.
I wanted to go Giancarlo Esposito, but
Ooh.
if I'm building out like an entire DC universe, I feel like he'd be a much better Mr. Freeze in my brain. So I went James McAvoy.
Ah.
Ooh.
Like somebody that's going to give you the
James
smarts,
McAvoy,
the cunning, the dangerous side.
He is. That's why I like Cold. That's why I like Cold. There was an issue with Flash I seen or that I read, and he created like a sub-zero field that you couldn't see, and caused the security guards to run right into him, and they dropped immediately. I'm like, what happened? He was like, I created a sub-zero field, froze him to death instantly. I'm like, this dude's a menace. Like, you underestimated him.
And the fact he has killed Flash in other universes, and did it by instruction. That's the worst part. How do you get killed as he's telling you how he kills you?
He's good. The man is good. Talk about Batman, and
I mean, yeah, you got fair point.
He's just as good as a planner and tactician as the Bat. I mean,
it's true.
Captain Cole's the man. Who else you got with?
For my Heat Wave, again, I wanted a Tom Hardy type, but then I remembered that might be a little distracting. But then I remembered the movie Upgrade. I was like, Marshall Green.
Yes,
I figured you go that route.
Discount Tom Hardy.
What's his name? Logan
Marshall Green.
The Tom Hardy lookalike.
There you go.
So much like Tom Hardy.
That's definitely his twin. I don't care what you say.
That's no shade. That dude does look like Tom Hardy. Like I'm like, that's the same dude. Oh, it's not. Never mind. Check out Upgrade. Upgrade was crazy.
Yes, it was
wild.
It was
oh my god,
but it was good.
That twist. Oh, it was
The
glorious.
way it ended. Oh man, the way it ended.
I'm like, that's how you tell a story.
Gorilla Grodd. I don't typically like selecting Negroes for things that involve apes and whatnot. Makes me feel some type of way. But
I ain't mad at that.
coming off of Transformers, give me Coleman Domingo.
There it is.
He could do it.
Very good.
There it is.
That could be a very sophisticated voice. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Just
he's
did
smart. They underestimate. You figure, okay, he's an ape. No, he's a gorilla.
No,
No,
he's
no, it
Well,
ain't.
tell him
more
that's
than
the abilities.
He runs Gorilla City for a reason.
Listen.
I like that. Okay,
There's a reason why Gorilla City has 0 crime.
right. Okay, you did Mirror Master, right? No, did you?
Yeah,
No,
I did both Weather Wizard and Mirror Master.
Okay.
Weather Wizard might be my flimsiest pick in the crew. I wanted Taylor Kitsch because
He needs a chance. That dude just needs a chance.
That man has never recovered from John Carter.
Oh, okay.
That man has never recovered.
I was about to say, who is that? I was just about to say, who is that? I'm about to Google him.
How did you go?
He
How did you
had
go
a
from
week.
Friday Nights?
He had a week appearance in not Deadpool, and Wolverine.
X-Men Origins.
Yeah,
Wolverine.
X-Men Origins,
X-Men
yeah.
Origins Wolverine.
Oh, God.
as Gambit.
That.
A few lines in the flip.
Mm-mm.
I would make that joke, but that's the truth. It was a few lines in a flip.
Really?
Lines and a flip, and it was not good. It was not good. So before we go into some of my picks,
Wait.
oh wait, you got one more?
Master is Bill Skarsgård.
Of course.
Why not? Because why not?
Himself.
As he would fit.
Because I feel like clearly Pennywise, he's creepy.
This is what we do.
He can do the menacing, and Bill Skarsgård, he just kind of looks off. Like you are uneasy. So he can look sophisticated. I mean, we saw John Wick, sophisticated, but once he wants to flip the switch into "I'm crazy, I'm not all there." Like,
Look
okay, got it.
I'm sitting there watching John Wick 4, and I'm just like, that's a sharp ass suit, but I can't stand you right now.
He earned that hatred.
Yeah.
And if you've seen Barbarian, he is the whole reason why Barbarian works so well the first half of that movie. He's the whole reason.
I'm like, this dude, you just play it well, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I hate you.
That's why he gets the
Great
work.
Taylor though, but
That's why he gets the work. Although you gotta imagine that Taylor's like, sir, we need you to smile.
No, he's gonna smile like it.
Yeah, exactly.
And with the eye going that way.
With the eye,
So strange that he
You don't know who you're looking at. He
the
might
water eyes? No, that's creepy.
So some of the top picks that they have for playing Barry Allen. Obviously Grant Gustin, Dylan O'Brien, like Laney mentioned. Wilson Bethel, Jack Quaid was mentioned in the list. Matt Lentz, Alexander Draymond, Ty Sheridan is another one that was mentioned. Dacre Montgomery was a pick. Andrew Garfield was actually a pick.
I thought about it, but I was like too distracting. I think
I can't get away. I would still see Spider-Man.
I think he would also play it a little bit too goofy for me personally.
Yeah. Glenn Powell, Justin Hartley.
Yeah.
Timothy Chalamet. I don't know why they're trying to make him a thing. I don't know.
Stop.
It's just like Snyder fans. They're gonna punch him in wherever they can.
It hasn't kicked in yet, but Zac Efron is another one.
I
But
can't see it.
yeah, Liam Hemsworth, Taron Egerton was another pick. Joe Carey, Steve from Stranger Things. The babysitter.
If he cut the hair.
Yeah, the babysitter.
That's an intriguing pick.
It is
If
a pick.
he cut the hair, yeah, I can see that.
So
that's an intriguing pick.
There's a couple that were picked that were mentioned here. My two picks for Barry Allen was KJ Appa, who plays Archie from yeah.
What is that response?
Something I can't repeat.
You might as well.
On this show?
I mean, listen, it's probably 10 o'clock. You might as well.
What I said, no, what I mean by that is I combined 2 foreign languages, so I don't know exactly what I said. Somebody's gonna be like, you motherfucker.
But Lucas Till was the other pick. Kira says moist and now frozen. Will, you're going to cause a brain freeze for me.
Out of order. Go to bed.
He said out of order. Lucas Till is like a top pick for me. Lucas Till, who played Havoc in the X-Men Origins movies, and unceremoniously died. He played MacGyver, of course, which was a great show. Actually, it was a good pick. KJ Appa, I would have picked for Wally.
Yeah,
and that's why I would have.
Didn't think about that till you said the name. That's all I was like, yeah, that would have been perfect.
Yeah. So I kind of want to see Joe McHale as Reverse Flash.
Yes.
Joe McHale.
McHale.
He's already a dick. Let him be a superhero.
He played Starman and Stargirl. That turned out to be not Starman. But he plays it's something about him that he can pull it off just enough where it's menacing.
Just imagine the fact he takes that dick level to the next level and then he becomes menacing. That's why I said that. That's why I said it would work. It really would work.
Yeah.
It would. It could.
Either him or Zachary Quinto.
Oh.
I
can see that.
We would get the character from Heroes. What was his character from Heroes?
Because he did. Wow. Yep. Joe McHale. Joe McHale.
He could do that.
He's funny, but he can play creepy.
Yeah.
Zachary Quinto, I know just from watching him on Heroes. Good God. His transition from like being this introvert to becoming this major villain was some of the best stuff on Heroes. First season.
Damn, I want to rewatch Heroes.
Before the Dark Times.
Before the Dark Times.
Before the Dark Times.
What do you mean before the dark time? We're in the dark time now. At this point, again.
We're doing it again.
But technically, it's the second coming. But for all those new kiddies, before the strike happened, before they took Heroes and dissected it to a point where it's unrecognizable.
Yeah.
Also,
those two. Yeah. Logan was also on my list, but for Captain Boomerang. I still want Boomer back from Suicide Squad just because he was unrightfully killed.
But he was so funny.
I liked him.
He was funny. Jai Courtney. Yeah.
I
can't stand him. I don't think he can act personally.
He has the most punchable face.
That's a fact.
The worst acting.
Hello. Thank you.
But that's what made him perfect.
But his Boomer, I was like, how? And this
I like
get me to like Jai Courtney.
It wasn't Captain Boomerang. But I liked his boomerang.
Yeah.
You did, huh? You liked his boomerang.
I liked the way how he was. Pause.
Lenny just sat there, was like,
she was waiting for the nail.
The serve. Lenny was like, oh, no one caught this.
He did it again. No. No, it was just the way he portrayed Boomerang because it was kind of funny, He didn't really care, but at the same time, he did care. And then the fact that he died the way he did in the Suicide Squad, and Harley felt like seeing it, and I kind of felt Harley for that one. I'm like, yo, that was her guy,
Again, I was pissed off because it's like, you actually have me slightly upset. There's not more Jai Courtney in this film.
Listen, Jai Courtney just fucked up my whole Die Hard Okay, because I am a huge Die Hard fan. So the fifth one, that last one, fuck
He
him.
was
I'm
he
sorry.
was John McClane's
oh
son.
God,
A Good
was
Day to
John
Die Hard,
McClane,
something like
yeah.
that.
Live
Yeah.
Free or
No,
Die
I'm
Hard.
good.
Yeah, Leave for your Die Hard. I'm just like, so
No,
John,
that was 4.
that
The
was
fifth
4.
one. Yes.
So it is.
Yep.
It is Get Free.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm just like, so John, you didn't know your son was not even a cop. He's like higher up on the chain.
Listen,
John
the
was
script was horrible too, but to me, Jack Harney was the worst part of it.
They
McClane was
keep
kinda
By
giving
far.
going through hard.
sidebar. They kept giving John McClane the worst time. I'm like, look, this dude has tried to save his marriage. He saved his wife twice from
Mhm.
terrorists. Still got a divorce. I'm
That's
like,
the part that always made me mad. Like, how in the world do you save first off, you save your wife on Christmas, then you save her from
again
terrorists
on Christmas.
on Christmas, and then I'm still divorced at the end of all this? Who's writing this? Zack
He's like,
Snyder?
and the kids disrespect him also.
Right.
Everybody.
I'm like, do y'all realize what I have been doing?
Facts.
You know what?
Facts.
I take that back. The same people that wrote Spider-Man are the same people that wrote Die Hard, because the way they did Peter, the way they do Peter is like John. Save the world, life still messed up. Just
Yep.
dang.
It's so wrong. It's so wrong. So for Iris, I was kind of in a spot, but I'd probably say Emma Watson.
Really?
Listen, you can put Emma Watson for me in anything. She's fine.
I mean, she does got range.
Yes.
She does have range. I mean,
Yes.
I'll give her that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, absolutely.
You don't sing.
I don't know about somebody had mentioned Matthew McConaughey at Zoom, and I'm like,
I just can't see that because everything gonna be like
it's
a
the twang. It's he can't.
So if we
lose
got
that.
rid of the twang, because I mean, I feel like that could be promising.
It's
Well,
there.
Well, technically in The Gentleman, he actually had an English accent, and it was perfect in that movie.
Yeah.
So there is a way to do that, but I just can't get past the fact of, do you want to know why I'm so faster than you, Flash? I don't need that.
It was me, Eric, all along.
All along.
I just can't see that. I just can't see him as a reverse Flash. Oh, Flash, you can't run to the future. Be a lot cooler if you could. I was like, I can't. No.
Oh my god. Brian Austin Green as Heatwave.
That's
interesting.
I don't know the characterization, but you're just taking. Oh, he's way in the past. Jeez.
Yeah. I'm shooting for the stars here.
Yeah.
He can play it.
I'm shooting for the stars here. I gave you Wally, I gave you Barry, gave you Iris. Weather Wizard, I had Santiago Cabrera.
Would work. You have a certain flair to it, though.
Yeah, it's the flair.
You'd have a certain flair.
It's the flair.
His Weather Wizard. That Weather Wizard would be clean.
It's the
flair.
I'm like, we gonna get rid of that ugly green you was wearing. We gonna make it a little sharp.
Santiago
who? Santiago Cabrera.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Okay, I see it. I see it.
Yeah. See.
Oh, good. Thank you. Well, I'm not the only one who's looking at some of these people.
Yeah. You got. We'll do better for the next fan cast because boy, this was like last minute. Who else did I have? Let me look at my list. Reverse, Captain Boomerang, Heatwave, Captain Cold. I think I got everybody except for Captain Cold.
Did you give us your Captain Cold and Gorilla?
Clive stand. I didn't do Garage yet. Clive standing for Captain Cold.
Okay.
Clive standing for Captain Cold. Now for Grodd.
Oh dang it! I just not thought of one.
Who's that?
The guy from Shoot 'Em Up. What is his
name?
Clive
Owen
as Captain Cold.
Okay. I can see Clive Owen doing that.
The moment you said, I was like, Clive Owen as Captain Cold. It would be Shoot 'Em Up, but at least it'd be with a gold gun.
One of those movies that you just gotta sit down and watch. Just like Shoot 'Em Up is so out of control. It's
absolutely.
Yeah, it's so out. It's such an out of control movie. You're just like, how is this possible?
Paul Giamatti. No, nah.
Grodd would be. And you mentioned it earlier, but it just works, and it's Kevin Grievous. It just works. It's Kevin. Like, this dude's voice is fucking iconic. Like, I've heard his voice on a podcast. I had to take my earphones off because I'm like, yo, I thought my stuff ruptured. I thought my like
Right.
I'm like,
Yeah,
yo,
maybe
this
watch
is
Underworld now.
I'm like, when you hear him talk, I don't know if the podcast is even existing anymore. It was called Fanboy Radio. And they had him on and he was talking, and I'm like, this dude's voice is so deep. Like, when you hear it, you're just like, dude, you're just doing that. Like, no, that's his voice. Like,
that man is his own. They got to turn the bass down. That's how deep his voice is. Like, this man will give a reverb by just saying hello.
It was creepily deep. I'm like, yo. And then I seen him like because he has comics too. He does he works in comics. They showed him at a convention recently, and he had like full beard. And I'm like, that ain't Kevin Grievous. That dude I know is bald with no facial hair. And I'm like, oh, that is him.
But just, I mean, with a voice that deep, I'm like, dude, how do you can't whisper for shit?
No. It's like it's like a rolling thunder. It's just like, yeah, forget it. It's
I feel bad for your kid because if he ever got in trouble,
oh shit, that's a fact. He'll give you the South Park brown note just by saying hello. Done.
The South Park brown note.
Tell me more. Tell me more.
Here I am, had a whole thought process for the name of this episode, and Lainey just gave me a whole new reason.
Oh man.
Oh my god. The South Park brown. Let me write that down. The South Park brown. So yeah, those are some of our picks for if the Flash was actually done. I can't say this wasn't done correctly. We know the movie has its ups. It definitely had a lot of downs. And we're just glad that this universe is quote unquote dead. We're glad. It's really no other way. It's just we were talking about Kevin. We were talking about Kevin. But we're just glad that this universe is done, because it's been a really hard ride for a lot of DC fans going through. Like, you get the ups and then you get all these downs. I mean, Man of Steel, however, it was kind of divisive, but it was pretty solid. It was a pretty solid movie. Wonder Woman, the first one, pretty solid film. Aquaman, straightforward to the point, solid film. You had portrayals. I feel like we were robbed from Ben Affleck. We were robbed. We didn't get he had a great showing as Batman in BVS. He had a great showing in Flash.
Yeah.
I was all for it. Even the comedy part with the lasso, I was okay with, because I was like, if you catch what he's saying, it's funny. That's why it's funny. He's like, when he's just like, I don't even know why I'm fighting crime. I guess you just fix poverty.
Admits that he's a shit superhero. Like,
right.
Listen,
damn,
that part.
And that's a lot better if I just donated a bunch of money instead of dressing up like a bat. It's just like, hey, yo.
But no, that's why I say between Ben actually not getting a fair shot, which again, we could chalk it up to how it was written, how it was directed. And I went on my apology tour right along with the other Batman movie with the Twilight Star in it, and I've already apologized for that because they both knocked it out. No, what we can take from this universe is, I would like to think there were some signs where things were being done right. There was also a lot of times where, a lot of direction was going wrong. Could James Gunn's DC studio learn from that? Absolutely. We already see that with the Superman casting. It's going to be different, and different is good. At the same time, it's rumored he may come out with a Batman casting. As a Batman fan,
yes, Kira.
I stress this very heavily. as a Batman fan, let the cape go for a while. Build up the rest of the heroes. Build up your Blue Beetle, which is looking to be, from all intents and purposes.
I have a lot of hope for that one.
Me too.
I have a lot of hope for that one. The
Just
fact
because-
that there's no true ties
Yeah.
to the old universe of DCEU, there's no true ties there.
Mhm.
And the fact that Gunn says, yeah, this is part of his universe. It's not his movie, but it's a part of his universe.
Right.
Speaks a lot of numbers. It says a lot of stuff. You know, it's like, yeah, it is. We don't need the cameos. Let's tell that story.
Mhm.
Have fun with it. I want them to have fun. There, you get some slight body horror in there. You know, you get the fact that they get the whole secret identity thing out the way.
Right.
You know,
And it's unapologetically Latino X. And
out for it.
that sells it for me. The fact that we are really going into the current run. Well, yeah. Well, the current run, because they're sticking with Jaime and not going back to Ted Cord. But still rumored somewhere that Ted Ford's going to be. I agree. I'm a Batman fan, and I agree with the fact that we need to let Batman sit in the Batcave for a few moves.
No, but say what he said. Say what he said. It's okay.
Nah, because I'm not going
to get off the pain. Get off of Batman's pain.
You are setting up for the serve. I see the serve already, Serena Williams. You are not going to get me to say.
Like I said, if y'all enjoy what we do in virtually, wait till you see us in person.
Stop sliding down the bat pole.
Along with bat nipples.
Right. And I agree with you.
That's all Joel Schumacher. I still can't watch Batman Robin.
I agree with you on that, on Spartan. I'm like, when we do get Batman, I'm like, if you're gonna give me Batman, give me proper Batman. So far, Keaton, Pattinson has shown up to be quite acceptable, and Ben Affleck. But you robbed us of what the scenes he had were great scenes. It's just you robbed us of that film to see what else he was going to bring to the table.
But also at the same time, if Gunn were ever to hear our podcast, the Batman Beyond movie can still work, sir. It can still work.
It can.
I mean, Keaton is not going anywhere, but still.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan, anyone?
I mean,
I'm just saying.
Still there.
I mean, it's writing itself, you know.
At the same time, who's ever at Warner Bros. Studios, if you feel like today's gonna be your last day, do the world a favor. Open the vault and walk off.
Release it.
You know that pull that one file out just enough so it stands out from the rest of them. Just that one.
I mean, just pull out the one DVD-R, because we pretty much know what's on DVD rewritable in the event it is ever compromised.
And Black Spartan, where can they find it at?
I wish, because if I'll be the
Will remembers. Will remembers.
Page
It was your idea. You should tell the people where they can find it at.
173 on Pornhub.
Go ahead, Will. Go ahead. Serena Williams wait for the serve. Go ahead.
You already said it.
She's sitting there. She's on the other side of the neck. Go ahead, Will.
Look.
Listen, there's many a person apparently saw the entirety of Endgame. Chris Hemsworth being stomped out by Thanos, seeing Mjolnir fly into Captain America's hands by way of the hub. I was
about to say, where's this going towards?
It's actually quite genius.
It's quite genius in the hub. It's fun in the hub, ain't it, Will?
Oh no, we lost our fearless leader.
He's still there.
You sound like you're deflecting, Will. That's what I heard.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's a genius plan. Nobody would look there. Well,
nah, listen, I did not see it there because I ain't gonna act like I ain't been on the hub.
But you know,
like I want to enjoy what I'm watching without like, is there singles in your area? Like, get this banner out here.
We can't say. But here's the wild part: we can't say the hub no more because Twitter and Twitch seem to be the spot. Twitter and TikTok seem to be the spots now. I'm like, I sat there and watched. No, real spit. I watched the entire Super Mario Brothers movie on TikTok.
I'm sorry.
Yes, 3 days. This was like in the heyday of when Super Mario Brothers the movie came out, and somebody on TikTok had the whole thing running. Nice quality.
Wow.
I just sat there and I was like, well, let me put my phone down and let me enjoy this free show.
That's because TikTok is run by China, and as long as Americans ain't doing nothing productive or educational on it, they don't care. They're just like, whatever.
That part.
Stupid.
But no, I mean, it's not a bad idea. It's like, take the Batgirl movie, give it a certain title, let it go, let nature take its course.
That's what we're talking about. The Bama Nerd, where you can find the Batgirl movie on Pornhub. You're welcome.
I'm just saying, it'll be in the weirdest section too. It'll be like kink shaming. Safe words and leather. There you go. Safe words.
I
leather.
cannot.
What? You can't sit there and say, what would be the safe word? Just
pineapple juice. I don't know.
Martha.
Oh God, that would be a terrible.
That would be funny.
Yes, that would be funny though.
So we have a lot of faith in Gunn. He's put out a lot of product that we have not been disappointed with. Slither was his first big major directorial film. Michael Rooker he loves working with. Nathan Fillion he loves working with. So just about everybody you've seen in Guardians, they love, the behind the extras.
So we might see them in DC Studios next. It's almost everybody. I would love to work with him again.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, are we about to see the mass exodus of Marvel
the Guardians? They did say this is the last you're going to see the Guardians because they're coming over to DC now. But so yeah. it's a safe bet. It's a safe bet. Even just the pick that he made for Superman and Lois, it's a safe bet. I don't have any problems with it. I'm glad it's going in this direction. Bryan Cranston even said that, some of the fan picks for Lex Luthor were pretty lazy, and I'm like, well, yeah, of course everybody wants to see you as Lex. You played bad very well.
You basically did Lex Luthor as a meth drug lord, so it's like he's not really much of a stretch for you, sir. But yes, we would love to see Bryan Cranston as Lex Luthor.
Yeah. So right
now,
Giancarlo. Hey,
yep.
So, like that dude. He's already shown he can do just about anything.
You have something I want.
Yes. I don't know. I can't remember who the cosplayer is, but he made a Mandalorian armor, and he made the Mandalorian armor helmet that Moff Gideon wears in the Mandalorian show. And he'd seen Giancarlo Esposito at a convention. And they set up this whole thing, and that's exactly what he said. He was like, "You have something I want." And he's like,
he's holding the helmet.
He's holding a helmet, like as dude is holding a helmet, and he was just like, "It means more to me than you know." And I'm like, "Yeah, couldn't just make this stuff up."
That is dope.
And then he actually made it for Giancarlo Esposito.
Oh,
he made two versions. He made the very shiny helmet and gave it to Giancarlo. But then he made another one that had like a matte finish for himself for him to sign. Nice. And I'm like, dude, that's how you do it.
Get a picture of it and put that in the safe.
So that's how you do it. So the Flash fan cast / recast. You know how we felt about the movie. We know what the standout moments are. We understand what happened with the CGI stuff now. We're just glad it's over. We're glad it's over.
RIP the Snyderverse.
Yes. Because, and that's the thing. We've talked about it at great length. Snyder is a great cinematographer. Visuals, fantastic. Won't knock him. But your storytelling is very scattered.
Which is wild because, first off, Army of Zombies, great. Army of Thieves, great. 300, great. Batman vs Superman, ugh. Justice League,
Sin City,
also good. And it's just like, how is it that you can do dark and gritty and great storytelling in almost every other movie except the superhero movie.
Even the Spirit, despite the storytelling in it, it looked fantastic.
Yeah.
So it's just there's a drop somewhere. We know that. There's stuff that we would have gotten. Obviously, we would have gotten Jon Stewart out of Zack Snyder. We know that.
Yeah.
We've seen the scenes. Oh God, go ahead, Lainey. Lady Mandalore gave you something. Go ahead, say it.
Go ahead. Go ahead,
You
Serena.
go for it. Nope, you go for it. I think Will's a better server than I am.
Apparently not.
Not tonight. Apparently, because
but yeah, I honestly put this in the hands of Warner Brothers. They really fumbled the bag. The executives fumbled this bag hard.
Yep.
Hard. Like we don't. All we need you to do is to greenlight the project.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need you to find anybody. We don't need your input or anything else. There's a reason why James Gunn has come to you guys, because you were desperate. Thank God. And he's put in the stipulation, allow me to do my work. Let me get Peter Safran on that end to handle stuff so I can handle the creative stuff so nobody touches it.
Just love the fact where you can sit there and say, we don't want you involved.
Yeah.
You are just there for the money, and that's it. You are the silent partner. That's all we need you to be.
You can see the executives coming, and Peter Safran steps in. He's like, "Who are you here to see?" James. I'm like, "No. You talk to me. You talk to me.
It's like
you don't talk to James. You talk to me, and then I talk to James."
Not pull American Gangster. Nobody talk to me on the phone. You talk to me through here. You talk to Peter. Peter talks to me.
That's it. That's how it works. That's the chain of command. That's how it works. So, oh man, we're getting ready to get out of here. We'll be back Thursday, 9 p.m. Talking about who knows what. We have fun because this was supposed to be the week off, but happy accident. After this week, we take next week off because we have BlurredCon, of course. Mm-hmm. We'll be there 8:30 p.m. on Saturday, July 8th, the Kennedy Room. Come out. Have some fun at BlurredCon with us. We got some giveaways. We got some stuff that's going on. Doing some game shows. We're doing a little bit of everything. And when we come back that following week, our final two shows, we end on episode 150.
Hey.
So happy accident. So it plays out. It make the plan, expect the plan to fail. Throw away the plan. Shout out to Captain Cold. So, but when we get out, before we get out of here, let's go ahead or sign off. Lainey, let everybody know where you're at.
What's up, y'all? I am Lainey Hart, one half of Geek by Heart. I run it with my husband, Jay. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on, I say Twitter, but not really. You can find us on IG. You can find us on TikTok. We do movie reviews. I love to talk about horror. I write for horror for Chris Fury, the Man on the Wall, all right, on his website. All right. And Jay is going to start streaming very soon. He's going to start streaming God of War 3 to then go into God of War 2018 and then go into Ragnarok. So catch him on General, all right, on Twitch as well. And we will see you when we see you on our socials.
And we don't need The Rock to play the God of War. We need
facts.
Christopher Judge to play the God of War.
There you go.
That dude is already built.
That's fine.
Like we don't need anything extra. He does the voice. He's got the build.
Mm-hmm.
He is an actor.
Just
put him in.
Mm-hmm.
Right. It's right there. Put him in, coach.
Let the Rock
Michael Jai White. Michael Jai White could do it too.
He could.
I see you, Black Spartan.
But the fact that Christopher Judge he nails it, you know.
Oh, that's facts. That's facts. Absolutely.
So, we'll be watching the cinematic assassin, the ship's computer. Look, he's got to get a longer name tag too now. Like, these names
Yeah,
are lining up.
yeah. You can find me at Mayhem Media. That's MAYEHEM Media. IG, TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube. Film reviews, TV reviews, talk about comics, and just a little bit of everything, man. We like to have fun. Content rollout is going to be the Monday after BlurCon. That's the official stamp when I get this content actually rolling out on a regular basis coming to y'all. So be on the lookout for that. I'm also a writer for purefandom.com where I do trailer reviews. I'm a writer for blurdseyeView.org where I do film reviews. That's enough. I'm always stressed. Mental health is important. So please take your meds and take that PTO and whatever else you do in this life. Lean into learning, lean into laughter, lean into love, and we'll make this world a better place.
We are in here. Black Spartan.
Yes, it is I, Black Spartan, otherwise known as Blackbox447 on the socials. I usually do reviews on everything that I watch, that I play, that I read, and gym stuff because I do believe in fitness and apparently scary Jehovah's Witnesses. But also getting thanked by Baptists, which is kind of weird in the gym because I'm being acknowledged now. But anyway, I do have a couple podcasts of my own. I do have my daily political news podcast called How the Frack We Got Here every Wednesday and Saturday on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. I have my video game podcast called Get Bit Podcast with my co-host Joe Tonello every Friday on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. I am one of the many heads of the blurdseyeView.org website for writing. I actually cover the wrestling side of things, why wrestling is real and people are fake. Shout out to Mr. Kennedy for that. If you have not seen Forbidden Door, it is worth the pay-per-view. And actually, it's only $45, which is actually a lot better than the $100 that you would pay. Yeah, for you would like $45 for a pay-per-view versus $100 for a boxing match that doesn't even last 2 rounds. I'm just saying, you get your money's worth. All of our podcasts can be found wherever podcasts are heard or seen, especially on the Opulence Radio and Always Record TV, as we have joined the feats with everybody else as Blurred's Eye View in a room full of blurs for our not here but always in our hearts, first lady of the house, Kira, who apparently said TikTok's about to ban your account. I don't know which Will she's talking to. I don't know which Will. I'm pretty sure she's going to let us know. Aside from that, guys, again, I say this at the beginning of the year, and I will continue to say this. We do need to be more about promoting people that we know or don't know. It's the fact of the matter is just that if you know somebody that's trying to get the business together, somebody who's doing a con, hint, as in the person we just got to be talking with, because I love to see all these blurs, cons emerging, and it's a beautiful thing. But again, it takes zero energy to share everything. It takes 100% to be negative. So again, support them the same way you would support Beyonce if she knew you existed. Aside from that, guys, the last thing I'll sit there and say is, as these guys will tell you, I'm a very social person. I talk to almost everybody, but the same rule I have in here is the same rule I have from everybody else. Don't be a dick, and we'll all be cool.
Here it is. Hey, everybody. It's your favorite man on the wall, Chris Fury, the king up north. This is always fun doing these things. Shout out to Roy Evans for the Urban Nerd Con. Go check him out. The Urban Nerd Con at the Urban Nerd Con on IG, theurbannerdcon.net. You want to go check that out. Show your support. That is a fantastic thing. It's going down July 21st through the 23rd. Cost savings, food savings, just savings all around, and entertainment. You can't beat none of that. So go check them out, show some support. But if this is your first time here, like we've gotten in the chat, thank you for tuning in. We ran across your timeline for a reason. Follow us here, IG, Blurred's Eye View. It'll show you the link tree in the bio that leads you to all the great places where you can find us, such as Facebook. All right there, Blurred's Eye View podcast. And you can listen to us on Opulence Radio. Download Opulence Radio app completely free. Shout out to Amron Burnett, who runs Opulence Radio. You can also catch us on Twitch. And you can also watch us if you have Roku or Amazon Fire. You can watch us on Always Press Record. Shout out to Travius Lawson, who runs Always Press Record. Or go to alwayspressrecord.com. Download on whether you're Roku or Amazon Fire, and you can watch all past episodes. And you can also show your love. Please show your love and show us and follow and subscribe and hit that notification bell on the YouTube channel, where you'll see shorts and past episodes and how raw it used to be way in the beginning. Bad stuff, but it was still entertaining. But check us out. We're coming up. If you are going to BlurCon, come check us out July 8th on Saturday at 8:30 in the Kennedy Room. That's on the 3rd floor. You want to come check us out. We're doing game shows and giveaways and doing what we do best. Thank you to the team. Shout out to Roy Evans for that fantastic rendition of what he was telling us about the Urban NerdCon. And we will be back Thursday because 9 p.m. Eastern, Thursdays, 8:30 Tuesdays, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Thursday, I think we're talking about Secret Invasion, episodes 1 and 2. So let's get it. Like I do with every show, remember to educate yourself and others, entertain yourself and others, and most of all, encourage yourself and others. This is Chris Fury with the crew. Out of here.